Hello. Welcome back to the Mover and Gonky Show live. A Mover, that's Gonky. That's also special. Special is special. Special's our special guest. Especially tonight.
That's right.
Yeah, thanks for having me back. I thought after the last time that was the final.
At last, we meet for the first time for the last time.
You've got another opportunity tonight, Special.
Yeah, you just got your dream shot.
Well, again, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
The pay is awesome.
Yeah. Wait.
Us too. It's perfect.
That's awesome.
And Doug on the mic.
Mike on the no wait. Yeah, Doug.
Yeah, yes, you are
right.
Doug. That's correct.
Yourself.
Yes. I am Doug. Ah, perfect. We have a show, and we're going to do the show today. We're going to talk about things because we didn't talk about much last time because we had another Marine on special.
We did.
Who's that?
Zieg
Hale.
Heil.
Sorry.
That's the whole point of the name.
You're gonna get us canceled. At least get it right.
Look, I was trying to avoid that.
You got to whole ass it. You can't half-ass the call sign. You whole ass it. Special, do Marines give inappropriate call signs like the Navy?
Yeah, I think more so.
I agree.
These days, because the Navy kind of buckled down on it, it seemed like.
Yeah.
As I was going through, but the Marines, they never. Nowadays, I'm sure it's a little different, but
yeah,
it wasn't when I was going through.
Yeah. Well, happy birthday, United States Navy.
That's right. 250 years. It's a long time.
It's a lot of boats.
That's a lot of boats.
Somebody posted a picture and they were like, happy birthday, Navy. And it turned out to be a Russian like cruiser or frigate or something. And I would never have known the difference because it's all boats to me. And now I kind of understand Air Force BA because when you don't care, it's all like, it's just whatever. Put a plane up there, put a boat out there. I don't care. It all looks the same to me.
Yeah. The Air Force always puts up like MiG-29s. Happy birthday, Air Force. Yeah. You're like, what's going on here? Yeah. I don't know.
Wow. What's new with you, Gonky?
Been busy. Yeah. So I'm back in my office here, right?
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
No longer in the with the restaurant background, as you like to say. Now we did the 900-ish miles pilgrimage back to Florida from Ohio and spent a couple days. It's been busy, man. I've been unpacking and changing tires and drive shafts and doing all kinds of work with vehicles in the house. It seems like it never ends. And then, being a dad, riding motorcycles with my kid a little bit, hang out with my baby girl. Wife's birthday tomorrow, so I can't screw that up. So
just like the Navy.
What'd you get her?
Special.
Another 250
she
years
doesn't
old.
watch the show.
She's probably watching right now, dude. Another year happily married to me.
I can hear her yelling across the room.
Look, dude, when you got a trophy husband, I mean, every day's your birthday.
She's got two husbands?
I said a trophy husband.
She's got two husbands?
Oh, no. I'm the trophy mover.
For what? Like last place?
Yeah, that's true.
Everyone gets a trophy generation.
I did today I met with Mike from Aircrew Interviews. I did another episode.
That's right. You did that. How'd that go?
Yeah, it was good. You have to go and watch it when he puts it out here in a couple of days, but I was there during MH370 and 17 and all that. So we talked about that. He had some questions for me and kind of relived that. So yeah, check it out whenever it comes out, probably in a week or so. But other than that, man, yeah, just working. How about you, Mover? Tell us what's been going on with you.
I have nothing. I just sit here. Seems like some stuff happened, but I've forgotten it all. I mean, it's been a long week, dude.
Doing what?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like I've forgotten it all. I don't know what happened.
You just blanked it out.
Every day is I've got PTSD. Special. Since we last spoke.
Well,
for a second, like he's frozen.
Kind of the same. just enjoying the summer. Been flying a fair bit, and then just traveling in my off time and just,
Okay.
enjoying it. So
All right. Well, good job. We're going to continue on with the show because we have to do that now. Wicked Spider Black says, today to world peace and High Mover and everybody.
Hello.
To world peace.
Yes.
Oh, that reminds me. I got to add that banner. Doug, the A-29 bombs Pakistan. We got to
Oh
add
yeah,
that.
I'll have to go find that one.
Yeah. It's in the little group chat.
Special.
Yeah.
We are like just well prepared, dude.
This is a well-oiled machine. I just
Yeah.
thought of another topic we can talk about
That's right, dude.
as we're
It's,
going.
it's
I
like
know, I
showing
asked
up.
Uber today. I'm like, hey, can I get the show notes so I can be slightly prepared? He's like, nah,
That's not how we
don't
do
that.
it.
I said, you
No.
used to. He said, we did.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
dude.
Well, with our success comes a lot of laziness.
I would say
'Cause
lazy.
we figured out that was the secret sauce. Was
Yeah.
people wanted to rage against us.
Spontaneity.
Yeah. All we have to do is talk about China. Did you know we are called dogfight men in the country of China? Special.
No, I didn't.
You don't
I'm
go
hon-
to China, do you?
I'm honored.
I haven't been to China in a little while,
Well, you may be banned.
thankfully.
Yeah. You may not be able
That's
to go
fine.
back.
That's fine.
That might be a thing.
Yeah. I'm
Um,
honored. Dogfight man.
Hawkeye would like to know, is there a Marine pilot with the call sign Crayons? I don't know of any Marine pilots, but I know a Marine who calls himself Crayons. He's a race car driver.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
It's a pretty good nickname for all Marines.
Isn't that the first one they give you when you show up at the squadron?
Yeah.
Crayon 1.
Crayola 2.
That's right.
They start getting into the brand names.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, what's the best crayon? Like, what's the best tasting one of them all?
Crayola.
Crayon.
No, but like, what
No,
color?
it's all natural.
Cheapest.
Which color? Which color? Like, do you have a favorite?
No.
Just any old crayon will do.
Yeah. I mean, in the basic colors. I only do the basic colors.
Okay.
Buddy.
Let's see. Hi all, says Red Son 16. First time live weekly listener from the Netherlands.
Nice.
Go Starship. Always funny to me that our good Labrador Gonky was once a vicious warhound. Was he ever a vicious warhound?
Yeah. I used to be a Gonky fighter, right? Now I'm just Gonky.
You were never a Gonky fighter.
I was actually. Yeah. Back in the day.
Thomas says, trophy husband, cat shot brain showing again. Gonky, love you guys. Welcome special.
Thanks, Tom.
Joe also says, in some races, everyone gets a participation trophy. Surely that's not the case with Gonky.
Wait.
You tried. Okay, so let's talk about the things that have happened in the world. God, what a week.
I know.
What a
man.
weekend. I mean, it's been rough.
Yeah.
What's going
This
on?
one is
A lot, yeah.
the least of the rough ones, and I just don't understand it. So this is over in London Heathrow, and this camera looks just like AI to me. It's so crazy how this camera is. But here we have a DHL A300 landing, touching down. Everything looks nice-ish. Okay, a little bit of a firm touchdown. And there's the tail strike. And looks like he's trying to aero brake, but he's not. He pours the coals to it, and they're off. I turn to my expert panel of airline Airbus enthusiasts. What in tarnation are we looking at?
Probably
A
talking
watch?
to me.
Watch go around. Like, why is the nose like it is?
Yeah, so I've never flown the 300, just 320, but it'll tell you about, pitch that you're about to.
Well, this one's the 300's got the yoke, right?
The
So
300 has the yoke.
most
Yeah.
Boeing of all the machines.
Yeah, this was the Airbus's first jetliner, so it had a yoke, but I think it did have a decent amount of automation and computer stuff. The thing that confuses me, and I don't know, you guys chime in, but so he lands, and then he just way over rotates, hits the tail, which to me is odd, and then goes into a normal aero brake, and then decides to take it. Like there's a lot of
You don't aero brake an airliner though.
but it looks like he decides to aero brake, right? I mean, I mean,
It looks like he's trying to yank it off the ground again. I don't
Yeah.
understand. That's why I don't understand this.
See, that's what I was thinking. It looked like he was trying to go around
Yeah.
with no thrust.
Right.
And it's like, hey, I'm pitching up. Why am I not going up?
Right. Like it was a reactionary plant the yoke in your lap, and you're just like, no, you got to get some speed before you do that after you just lost all your energy with your 800 foot per minute carrier landing.
is it kind of like, I don't know, special? Maybe you would know, having flown
Don't
the three,
count on it. Don't
having
count
flown
on it.
the three engine jets. I remember it might have been you and I talking about it at some point, but like for a go around, don't you pitch for a certain pitch, right? Maybe part of the go around procedure for A300 is set this pitch, and that's what he was doing.
It's not 45. I can promise you
Yeah.
that. Whatever it is, it's not what they were doing.
Trying to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Well, at least the passengers didn't complain.
The boxes.
Correct. Never-
Amen to
Especially
that.
you're an expert on this. Do the passengers complain on such an event?
Not in my experience.
Dude.
Just accolades. All accolades.
All accolades. Yes, the boxes never complain.
Yeah, that's weird, man. I like you're saying, Mover, that entire sequence of events. When I watched it the first time, I just thought, what is going on? I mean,
It looks like something out of Flight Sim. You're just like, it looks like something like a Flight Sim kid would just, hey, this is because we do train for the botched landing, which it's not a go around. It's a botched landing because when you do the botched landing, you remember you got the spoilers that auto deploy. You've got, your flaps are full. You've got a mid-range, the throttle. Like it's different than just pouring the coals to it and going.
well,
Which when you do power up, the nose does pitch up. So that's another consideration.
well, in Skybus, we practice a bounced landing, which
Balked
is
landing. Bounced. Yeah.
Balked?
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's what we practice too.
bounce.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and in the Skybus, man, you still put it in toga,
Hmm.
and then
Yeah, and we do too. But
yeah,
probably the biggest, like the number one rule is there's a certain pitch for whatever aircraft that's different.
yep,
Do not exceed that pitch.
right.
Just hold your pitch and then start flying out of it.
I remember, dude, it's just the flight director bars come up, and that's my initial target, and then from there, if I need to adjust, I do. But yeah, it's weird. I was ferrying an airplane once, and the winds were a little gusty, and it yelled at me pitch when I was trying to flare. But I don't know if the A300 has that, which tells you you're approaching the hey, don't go anymore. You might hit the ground with the tail.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never flown an Airbus.
Mm.
But you see guys that they just fly, they'll do something with the throttles and then they put both their hands on the yoke. So if you're doing a go around and say you think you hit the go around button and then you're just trying to pitch back and then you're like, wait, why am I just wheeling down the runway? Oh, the throttles are still at idle because for whatever reason.
Yeah. That's why you don't need a yoke.
We have had that happen.
I can totally see that happen.
Or it's cargo, so they're super tired, backside of the clock, been up all night doing whatever it is box haulers do at night. Landed at London Heathrow, which is already kind of a challenge. And just weren't thinking.
It didn't look like too bad of a landing, really. I mean, it didn't look.
It looked salvageable as it was. Like,
Yeah.
I was just going to say, that was salvageable.
Yeah.
that was a good landing. Why are you going around?
Take
Yeah.
it.
Take
Get
it.
to the hotel.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Hey, Captain, do the paperwork. I'm on my way to the hotel. We'll see you.
Yeah. You don't need any more landings after that one.
Yeah. Exactly.
That was plenty. The two were fine.
Live it up here in London one last night.
Yeah. In my no air conditioning hotel room.
Oh, you've been there.
Yeah. Yeah, the Europeans and their new. Okay, so hey, listen, we gotta give credit. Steven says going to let Jerry know he used his video. I'm a member on his channel, but for now, Tomcats. So thank you for the video. That was cool.
Yeah, I'll link it in the clip.
All right, back to the audience. Tom says, "Where's our Turkish friend? Is he okay?" Yes, we got an email. Did you see? I sent you that, Gonky. No, because you don't check your email. Of course not.
I've been traveling all working all week, man.
Email on your phone, dude. It's not like this is 2025. You can check your email.
You can do that?
Yeah, you can check your email on your phone. Anyway, we did get word from somebody from Turkey who tracked a car down, and he was having some health issues, so he can't stay up as late, because it's like 2 a.m. over there, 3 a.m. So he watches the VOD the next day now, but he's still with us. And we're very thankful for that.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Cool that they did it, and cool that he's good.
Yeah, man.
Not cool that Gonky doesn't check his email.
Hopefully your health gets better. You know, it was cool kind of having him on the show. I mean, it was like 2 or 3 in the morning there or whatever, but yeah. Glad he's all right.
Warhorse says, Special, did you ever fly with a guy named Brian Cherry? He was a classmate of mine at Bama.
I sure
went
did.
to OCS and went to Harrier.
Oh, different Cherry. No, I don't think so.
Okay. That would have been a question you asked last week when we had a Harrier guy.
Yeah.
Special is a
Hornet guy.
Hornet and F5 extraordinaire. One of only 2 people I've ever heard of to recover a departed F5 from inverted flight.
One of 2?
One of 2.
Special's like, I'm not aware of anyone else.
Yeah, I did an interview with a guy from Top Gun who also departed out over like near Mexico.
Yeah. Special, it was the loud pitch screaming in the cockpit that got you out of it, wasn't it?
Yes, exactly.
I'm just kidding.
Greg, thank you, Greg. If he, Doug, if he says anything later, look him up. Angie says, hello from Turkey, Gonky's favorite small country. It's 3 a.m. right now, flying on a hot air balloon at sunrise for my birthday today. Wow. Happy birthday. You share a birthday with the United States Navy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Or the Navy shares a birthday with you, Angie. Whichever you prefer.
Never been to a hot air balloon.
Yeah.
Red Son says, in the documentary Independence Day, they pull a shoot in a dogfight as a tactic. I couldn't find anything about it in F-18 NATOPS. Any tips? Well, you'd have to go to a foreign Hornet, right? Those are the only ones that have drag chutes.
In the documentary Independence Day, they were Marine Hornets. So Special. Did the Marines get special parachutes for alien
Not
invasion?
that they told me about.
They brought. You were read in.
Don't tell him he'll use it.
Yeah, you were read in, dude.
Well, Special was the most realistic part that he was living with a stripper with a kid.
Probably. Although there's a Marine Corps manual that talks about that.
Does it really?
It highly discourages.
But it's not forbidden.
Right.
Not forbidden. Not forbidden.
No.
Dude.
He was trying to go to NASA.
Yeah. It's you
That's
should,
right,
not shall, not.
Yeah. Mustn't.
Yes.
You mustn't.
It's recommended.
Thomas says, was that the plane flying rubber dog shit out of Hong Kong?
Maybe.
It was.
Okay. MJ says, hello, Special. Your bookshelf game is on point, sir. A brief tour of it would be appreciated. I see a Hornet back there. I see the Strike Patron 204.
Got a P-51 book. Just
we're gonna go book by book.
Here, awesome. You know, some other stuff.
Perfect.
Yeah. 50 Shades of Grey, the sequel to 50 Shades of Grey.
They're mainly just they're picture books, though. They're the picture book version. No worries.
Dinosaur erotica for some reason. I don't know. What is all this stuff back here? But I don't see any of Mover's books.
You buy the ebook, don't you?
Mover, you haven't given me any of your books. You know who gave me? I got Jack Stewart's book there because he gave me one.
Oh, well, that's he
Yeah.
never. Well, okay. Anyway, Brian, the Chevette Racer 31 says, "Do you know how hard it is to type an email password on a number pad on a flip phone?"
Yes.
Gonky.
No, I don't actually. I don't. These are not the problems that I have.
Yes.
Barrett Toozer, using his love of Mercedes, I found S at a car in a Mercedes discussion channel.
Look at that.
Wow. Anyone can be found. Gonky, that's how they find you. Your love of dirt bikes and old motorhomes.
That's not gonna be hard.
Yep. Brian says, finally my first time live, long time watcher. Love you guys. From an ex-Army ADA, late 80s, early 90s. How much to hear Gonky's call sign?
Cannot.
$1 million.
Yeah. Cannot.
Corvette World Rob says, happy birthday, United States Navy.
Thanks, Rob.
Lucky dad with nothing. Doug, if you see something, say something.
Mhm.
Tom says, can we go back to when Mover had the clap and couldn't talk and had to play Wizzo? Wow. Damn, Tom. That's special.
Oh, he's just joking.
Oddly specific.
Very oddly specific. Like, geez. I'm glad I have such great loyal fans on the show.
We do, man. We have the best fans.
You might. I got whatever that was. All right. Hey, helicopter. Bell 222, Airwolf, if you will. Had a little mishap in Huntington Beach, California. Cars and copters. We're going to use this video.
Cars and copters. Oh,
Get rid of your video, Douglas. There you go. So this, I think this is probably one of the best ones. Ed Wisnet Aviation. Cars and Copters 2025, 225 or 222 Echo X-ray. He's coming in to land. Grab there. Everything looks good so far. Well, and then the Delta jet in the background appears and it goes out of control.
Whoa. Oh, shit.
Oh, dude.
Oh, my God.
Oh, look at that gazelle.
Oh,
All right, so that's what happens. Oh, there's some video of prior to that when they were doing some flyovers. Wow, dude. I guess they did some landing area inspection passes. Which, isn't that a good looking helicopter?
Yeah. I just have the theme of Airwolf in my head right now.
I mean, this is what Airwolf was. It was a Bell 222.
Good looking helicopter.
It is a good looking helicopter. And then that's the first helicopter on scene. So,
Just two people on that thing, right?
3, I think, right?
Oh, man.
3.
Wow.
Before I go in the frame by frame analysis, gentlemen, your thoughts. See, there's when things go wrong right here. Delta shows up. They asked for a ride report and the thing just lost its mind.
Wake turbulence is clearly the cause of what happened here.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. Yes. From
Yeah.
A220 up there. Anyways, you know, I don't, I'm just a layman, but it appears that the tail rotor has failed and the helicopter has crashed. That is my unprofessional opinion. But dude, this is really cars and cars.
You're stuck on that, aren't you? Yeah, that's just
but-
how the other half lives, Gonky. When you get to a certain income level, your helicopter goes to events with Ferraris.
So is his Ferrari Do they land their
No, he left it at
helicopter
home.
then-
He got Airwolf. If I had my own Airwolf, the Corvette would stay at home and the Airwolf would get there.
Cars and copters.
Yeah.
Yeah, you won't see that here in the good old Panhandle.
Yeah, you do. Cletus McFarland does the same thing down in South Florida. He has them all the time.
That's South Florida. I'm talking about Panhandle, dude.
Well, people from afar. Anyway, be
Sorry.
professional, Gonky. Talk about this
Special.
in this app.
Tail rotor failure, man. That's what it looks like to me. Special, what do you think, man?
That's the only thing I can come up with.
Okay. So, as their resident helicopter driver, it's been a while. I'm going to act like I know something real quick. So, the whole way a helicopter flies, right? You know, you got the big spinny thing on top, the rotor. And as it spins, it wants to rotate the fuselage, the body of the helicopter, the opposite direction because, you know, physics. Your tail rotor is the force that's counteracting that. And in this video, when I first saw it, I was like, what were the winds, right? Because there are certain wind directions where you get what's called loss of tail rotor effectiveness, where because, you know, that's another airfoil in the back that's pushing air. And if you've got wind, it either adds or subtracts or whatever, just like any other aircraft. And so you can lose tail rotor effectiveness just based on wind. That initial yawing motion to me is whatever it is failed. Something in the tail rotor failed at that point, and it starts to yaw and breaks loose. And the initial climb is when you lose the tail rotor, that's extra power now that the main rotor gets, because your tail rotor actually takes away power from the helicopter. It's drawing power. It's drawing its own power because, in fact, if you got into a confined area, you could actually get out of it by actually turning this direction with right pedal to get you climbing out. So that some have said this is like a botched go around. I think this is when whatever it was in the system failed. Ignore the fact that looks wonky right now. That's just a camera effect. That's not actually, it's the camera and the frames per second. That's why it looks like it does. But once it gets going around, that's when it gets catastrophic, because now you've got the G forces, you've got all the aerodynamic forces on the tail rotor and the main rotor blade. And what you'll see here is a piece of it separates. You can actually see the debris there. It separates, it hits the main rotor, and then it completely comes off. So, and that's not just the tail rotor itself. That's the entire gearbox. That, that's what houses the oil and everything for the tail rotor. And then, they were along for the ride as soon as whatever it was gave loose. He probably had full left pedal. Now in a helicopter, when you're going fast, you tend towards no or right pedal. And when you're going slow, it's left pedal, because you're using that anti-torque to counteract the torque of the main rotor. And that uses power, and you can run out of pedal. But if it had happened in a situation higher and faster, theoretically, but pre it doing the rapid unscheduled disassembly, it's recoverable. Tail rotor failure, you got to keep your airspeed up. You got to go to a runway. You're going to do a run on landing. There's a way to survive that. The problem here is that it's in the worst part of the height velocity diagram. He's slow, almost to a hover, because he's trying to get into a confined area, and he's at a high power setting. And those two things combined, there's really nothing. There's nothing this person could have done at that point. What saves them? Sorry, go ahead.
If the rotor blades didn't hit the tree, would they have been able to land it?
Dude, this thing is not in control at all.
Okay.
They don't hit the tree. Still haven't hit the tree. The tree is what keeps them alive, I think, because they were lucky in that they landed upright and that they hit the trees. Because you'll see here in a second, not only does the tail rotor disassemble, but they do what's called a mast bump, because the mast with a teetering system like this will shift, and it'll separate from the helicopter before it even crashes. So you see here, this is all positive negative G because you don't want to do a negative G pushover with a two-bladed rotor like this, despite what Airwolf showed. Some of them are modified, so it's less likely, but you need a fully articulating system to be able to do it. See here, right? See that? That is coming apart, and there it's not even attached anymore. All that's just being held on by linkage. So the main rotor blade has started to separate before they even crash, and then when they get in the trees. So what saves them, and I say use the term lightly, it's wonderful that no one died, but they were definitely injured, and the people on the ground are injured. And I've read the Monday morning quarterbacks are like, well, he didn't shut everything down. That dude was probably in so much pain that he didn't even think to shut anything down at this point. Like there's no, like what? He just crashed and he's probably in shock.
Oh yeah, dude. 100%.
What caused it? I mean, I don't know. I mean, something mechanical. What caused the mechanical failure? That's what investigators are going to look at. But when you're slow and the tail rotor fails, good luck. You're along for the ride. Guys, anything?
That's wild, man. I mean, the footage is wild, and I don't know. It's definitely a nice helicopter. You assume it's well taken care of. So, I mean, what's the normal cause of I don't know if there's a normal cause. What's the most common failure for the tail rotor?
I mean, it's just like anything else, right? They go look at the maintenance logs, and had the tail rotor recently been worked on, rebalanced. They don't.
There's not a
Casmo had a tail rotor failure in Iraq. Remember he was talking about the run-on where he almost took the cable?
Right, yeah.
I mean, you always look at what was the maintenance records. What happened. What was more recently. I've heard Bell 222s had some problem. I'm not familiar with it, but maybe like the push-pull, push rods or something. I'm not familiar with the Bell 222, but good on this dude for running towards it. I mean.
God.
This guy isn't even hesitating. He's running right toward it. I mean, good on him, man. You got to.
That man's lucky no fire.
Yeah. Wow. That's the other thing is they're lucky it didn't
go in flames.
Yeah.
Man, that thing is sitting on the stairs, isn't it? Holy cow.
I think they trucked it out today. Today being Monday, I think they've already removed it on an 18-wheeler on a flatbed and stuff. But there's no law enforcement. Oh, sorry. I guess that's NBC News. Some people are going to try to blame this on, the flybys, but dude, that would be tough to articulate. I mean, the FAA might have a problem with it just because, hey, you're supposed to fly no lower in a helicopter. It's not 500 feet. It's no lower than a danger to persons or property if something were to happen. But I mean, he's doing an inspection of the landing site. Yeah. Might be a little flat heading, but I don't think this caused anything to fail because I mean, the helicopter can take this. This wasn't that extreme.
Faster would be safer too, wouldn't it? I mean, like you were talking about.
If it had failed while he was going faster, it would have been a much better outcome, or at least more likely to have a better outcome. I mean, obviously pulling the collective makes it worse. So you're going to, go faster, reduce power, do an auto rotation. Like there's a lot of other stuff you're going to do. But yeah,
I'm just kind of glancing at the chat feed here. It looks like some people on the ground were hurt as well.
I think there was a kid that got trapped that they pulled out. Yeah. So Patrick says, Bell tail rotor links were an issue. So yeah, something there.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
Well, it was a beautiful helicopter.
It was.
Mover,
Sure
take a look at this. See if I can get it to point at it. Share mine. There you go. Right there. I'm going to go back and rerun it. That thing sort of appears like maybe it got disconnected. That's what the chat was talking about.
The Delta Jet?
No. See where over here.
If you do the period and the comma, you can go frame by frame.
Yep. Let's try it and see.
What are we looking at? Put your mouse over where you're trying to show me.
Right there. Watch.
I mean, is that just a?
Well, it's something that looks like it's flying out,
Hmm.
and it's something that wasn't there before. So that's probably what people are speculating about.
Yeah, I mean, once those, because those things create, I mean, they pitch, right? The pitch of the tail rotor is what gives you the thrust. So, you know, if you change that and it's not what you want, if one pitches, the other one doesn't, you're going to change the amount of anti-torque you have and cause it to, because the helicopter naturally the nose wants to go right. If you put no pedal in, the nose would just spin off to the right. So, yeah, if it's that linkage or something else, I mean, luckily for the investigators, they've got a ton of stuff to look at. I mean, they'll be able to figure this out.
Oh yeah, eyewitnesses,
Yeah.
video, our expert analysis.
The pilots, yeah, we'll probably end up on somebody's watch list.
Probably.
Anyway. All right, let's see. We got to catch up here. Texas Skywarn and storm chasing. Thank you. Doug, if they say anything, let us know. Matt Cochran, mental health idea, coping with the loss of the air show due to government shutdown.
Yeah. No air shows going on right now.
There was one in Hammond last weekend.
Really?
Yeah, I don't go to air shows, but somebody asked me if I was going to the air show, and I said, no, I don't go to the air shows. But
Yeah, what was discouraging? So last weekend special, they had what's called the Motocross of Nations. So yeah, so every year, every country puts up the team, their three best riders, and they go to a country and race. This year is held in the States, and one of the guys on the American team, Eli Tomac, his brother is a C-17 pilot, and his brother was supposed to do a flyover in a C-17 for the for the anthem there before the race started, but because the government shut down, Tomac's brother, also a Tomac, didn't get to do the flyover. So yes,
that stinks. That would have been awesome.
That would have been awesome. Yeah. So maybe next year.
Yeah, but it'll be in Switzerland next year.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, can we?
yeah. So we've got deep intel from JD. He says, according to the deep intel, Huntington Beach PD may be in trouble because of this event. FAA may not have sanctioned low altitude, high speed passes. So just to get really nerdy here, here's the CFR. 91-119 for helicopters, powered parachutes, weight shift control aircraft. If the operation is conducted without hazard to persons or property on the surface, that's the key word. Helicopter may be operated less than the minimums prescribed in paragraph B or C, which is the 1,000 or 500, depending on congested or not, provided each person operating the helicopter complies with any routes or altitude specifically prescribed for helicopters in FAA, and our parachute or weight shift control aircraft may be operated less than the minimums prescribed in the section. So, yeah, they give you enough rope so they can come after you on the helicopter side. But I mean, the idea is you can fly lower. Now, the high-speed passes, that goes into a different realm. You know, the careless, reckless, they can get you for anything. If they want to, they're going to get you, like for stuff like this. There's a lot of gray area with which they operate when they can come after you. So we'll see what that happens. But thankfully, no one died. You know. That's really the thing. And that building wasn't too damaged. So,
yeah, that was incredible.
Yeah.
Let's see. Victor says Tom is a wizzo and he's upset at movers abuse. No com, no bomb. 51st firework. That's funny.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, Tom. Stephen Billings, Air Godzilla says, special. Were you an aggressor? And did you fly the F5 like the 527th year here in the UK before they changed to the F-16?
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
You were an adversary pilot in the F5 and in the...
Yeah, in the F5 and then down in Key West and then with you guys in 204, even though technically we weren't adversary pilots, even though
that's all we
treated
did.
us.
Right.
Our jets were
except
painted
for that
like...
one time they sent us to the boat.
Yeah.
Elias says, I'm from HB, met Mace there back in the day. They 100% weren't supposed to be that close to buildings. They're loaded, though, so everybody's just whatever about it. Way too many obstacles. Oh, Huntington Beach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, HB. HEB? I'm thinking Texas.
The grocery store, yeah.
No. HEB on every corner. Renee said, same thing in New York. No, New York was the rotor that seems to have unscheduled
Detached.
disassembly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that where that family, that rich
Yeah.
family from South America or something, was taking the tour?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Very
terrible.
That was a disaster.
Yeah.
Eric says, hi, all. I live not too far from the crash site. I've walked that set of stairs many times. 3 people were hurt on those stairs. 2 of them, including a child, was pinned between the stairs tail and helicopter chief. That's horrifying.
Wow.
That is tough. Lucky Dad, law enforcement officer in Orlando, Florida since 2006. Just got cleared from my 2nd officer-involved shooting. Breathing a sigh of relief. Your show has been a welcome distraction during a very difficult time. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you for your service, dude.
Thank
Glad
you,
you're
yeah.
okay.
Congrats on the clearing.
Yeah, that's wow. The Georgia River says the pitch change link failed. You can see the link disconnected in one of the angles making the rounds. That's what we were just looking at, I think. I just fly them. I don't build them. Probably people who build them don't know either. Sixting says, I watched your interview with Airwolf Pilot the day before this happened, days before I was a block from where this happened on vacation. We have a lot of fans in California, Gonky.
We do. I checked our analytics a while ago, and California is our biggest.
That's because it's the closest to China.
Is that that's right? All the Chinese now live in California.
That's where their VPN is. They're all saying that to throw off the scent.
That's true. That's funny.
Ferret says, Farit says, toured 2 ships in Philly for the Navy 250th, Cooperstown, LCS, and Arlington with a Cobra and an MH-60. Great experiences, very friendly crew. Art rec to everyone. Awesome.
Cool. Awesome.
All right. Douglas. So the A-10 came back from a deployment with Shaheed drones painted on the side.
That's some cool nose art.
Yeah. MHT planes took the pictures. 2 Shaheed type US shapes painted on the nose. And so this brings up, they were talking, how many times did we almost talk about this, about the F-15E with the APIC rockets? Yeah. The A-10 has had, was it the something precision kill weapon system? They're rockets. They're rockets that are laser guided. The A-10's had this forever. And I think the A-10 is a great platform for this, minus one thing, which is it doesn't have a radar. But when you're shooting down drones, I'm not sure that that's even, it's all visual anyway. I mean, what do you think?
Yes. Other than the fact that the drones are small target, it would be nice to have a TD box.
But they have Saddle or whatever their data link is, and they have the HIMET.
Okay.
And so if they don't, they could have buddies, got friends. It's not going to be updated fast, but it'll get you in the area.
Yeah. I mean, it's cheaper than using a Strike Eagle to go out and knock down a drone. I was reading in the article that's linked to this. They were saying like each one of those rockets is 30 grand. Cool. 9X is 450,000, and an AMRAAM is $1 million.
What's a 30 millimeter round?
That's the cheapest option, right?
Well, if you recall, we had Shanghai, and the A-10's got a couple kills in Desert Storm against helicopters. They get some air-to-air kills. Yeah, he got an air-to-air kill, but there were others that got as well. I mean, now, do we count Shaheed drones as air-to-air kills?
Dude, I don't know.
Because that girl got the whatever DFC or became an ace because she got 5 and she was a Wizzo, so she was riding while this happened.
I don't think she became an ace, right?
No, they gave her a medal for it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not painted on the wall in Top Gun, 2024, 2 drone, 5 drone kills, whatever. I don't think they're counting it as like kill.
Oh no, sir. No, sir.
Really?
No, sir. No, sir, Gonky.
Well, I mean, dude, I've been wrong many times in my life, but
Prepare yourself. Remove this. Prepare yourself. The Air Force Wizzo became an ace in showdown with Iranian drones.
did the
April 13, 2024, Captain Carla Nava's training was suddenly put to the test. Weapon system officer with the 494th Fighter Squadron out of Lake Heath. She knew her F-15 Strike Eagle was prepped to be first a two-ship formation if called. It just hits heavier when you know the Master Arms hot switch is on, she said.
So I guess my question is,
there you go, right here.
like, is
With Claire, Atomic Edens, first all-female crew of aces.
I mean, dude, look, I'm the ace of aces when it comes to carrier landings. I mean, so I guess we're just going to throw the term ace around. I mean, you know, I've eaten 5 chicken breasts in an F-18. Am I a, you know, am I a chicken sandwich ace? I don't know.
She was Airman of the Year.
That's
because
fantastic.
it takes a village.
I don't take anything away from, you know.
Dude, she's in Pensacola. Go fight her about this. Go right to her face and be like, you are not an ace.
I didn't
See
say
how that goes. She'll probably beat you up.
She probably will. And I didn't say she's not an ace. In the context of like a fighter ace, like in the traditional, in the movie Top Gun sense, I'm going to say no, because the drone's not fighting back and it's unmanned, dude. It's a soulless zombie that's drilling.
Technically, Gonky, they were unmanned as well.
True, because where's the that's true.
If we're being technical,
see, this is what I'm saying, man. Words mean things. I mean, you know, I don't. I don't know.
Great.
I mean, you've shot down a drone.
Yeah.
Right.
Just one, no, not 5. I'm not an ace.
Yeah, but we didn't get the paint and the stencil out when you landed. Like
we should have, though. We should have.
You know, it's like
we should have hugged on the carrier.
Yeah. I mean, Special, are we crazy? Or I mean,
please, Special, help us.
Dude, I'm kind of torn. You know, I guess we've just grown up thinking an ace is against another manned fighter who is putting you in
or woman,
their
man or woman.
Man means both, Mover.
You know.
Well, okay. Here's my thing. Here's my thing. So in World War II, they used to knock down the V-1 buzz bombs, right? So the Germans would launch these drones essentially, and you know, you had I think it was the Meteor was the first British jet, would chase after them, and the way they would take them down is they either shoot them or they'd tip the wing and they'd tumble the gyros and they crash. I you know, as a kid, I read like every book about that kind of stuff, and I don't ever remember any of them like. And you know, Flight Lieutenant
Buzz bomb ace.
Yeah, Flight Lieutenant Charles was had 69 kills.
So all right, Gonky. So what is the criteria? Like if let's say it's the loyal wingman and it's unmanned, is that a kill if it can shoot you back? Like, does it have to be able to inflict harm upon you? Because we've seen Ukrainian pilots die from the frag, so it's dangerous.
I've never read anything official, but I think the idea is, you know, in traditional combat, and combat's changing, it's, you know, man versus man, or woman versus man, whatever, a human being versus a human being, right? And I think that was the measure. So that's what I think. Now, here's the thing: I don't take anything away from. If I had 5 drone kills, you better believe I'll you know, Gonky, drone ace, right? Like,
am I a cow ace, as the chat is
right
trying to point out right now?
Dude, the's 5 dead cows in southern.
More than that.
Here's
a lot more than that.
Mover, the triple ace, dude. He's a triple A. Right. But I mean, you know, just because you took out 5 trucks doesn't mean you're a truck ace, right? So well, they don't fly. No, dude, but it's paint on the side of an
The
airplane.
cows
right?
do. When you strafe them, they do fly. Not far,
Well,
but they fly a little bit.
yeah. Dude, listen, I think it's amazing work that they're doing out there, and I don't take anything away from them. I just think it doesn't it's not the same. That's what I'm saying.
Well, maybe it's just a figure of speech.
Maybe. That's right.
Although,
Just like being the ace of aces. I mean,
yeah, although ace means one.
the one.
The
Yes.
one, yeah.
I
Great.
don't know, man.
Well, I think the lesson we can all learn here is that the A10 needs to stay. And it's awesome.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. They named all of them after like Greek gods too. Like every A10 had a name. Oh, that article.
Bring that picture back up, because
That
that
article is pretty
side
cool.
art was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not
I
that
mean,
picture. The A10, the thing we care about. Not this. That.
Yeah.
Look at that, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That
Yeah.
is awesome.
Yeah. Like I want to fly an A10.
Although, I mean, look out front. I don't know how you'd ever see a drone out of that cockpit. Like, you'd have to look to your right, or there's no way you can see forward and see a drone through that.
Well, apparently he saw two. At
I
least
mean,
two.
how big are these drones we're talking about?
20 feet? I think it depends.
This is in meters. So 8.5 feet by 7.2 feet,
It definitely
Or-
depends.
11 feet by 8 feet, or 8 feet by 24 feet, or 8 feet by 10 feet.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So one of them's like almost a T-38.
Yeah, so
Some-
they're sizable.
Some
Yeah.
of them are pretty big. Yeah.
So there's your correction, Gonky. The RAF did count V1 kills.
Ooh.
Towards whether you were an ace or not?
You learn something every day, Gonky.
Okay. I've been wrong.
Your He-Man woman hating days are over.
I'm not woman hating.
It's not what I heard.
It's just it's drones, man. Like if it doesn't, I don't know.
That's true. What about the Gettysburg? Is it an ace?
Almost.
It's only got one kill.
Almost. Dude,
Yeah. But there were two people in that. That's the next question. Does it matter how many people are in the airplane?
You shoot down one B-17, you're a double ace.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's worth double points. Go.
Laura says Gonky is bullying aces and women.
Dude. Come on.
I love it. Erkman 12. If the balloon counts, the drone definitely counts. That's true. The Raptor community has, but
Did they count it? A
I think
balloon
they
count.
did just because they're Raptor nerds. But yeah,
I just can't imagine in the future, like me and my kid turn on like a Discovery Channel and it's like, dog fights episode Raptor,
Hold on.
the balloon.
But that was a Homeland Defense mission because it flew all the way from one end of the country to the other before we finally got to it. So, I mean, that's not an easy task, Gonky.
Dude,
Especially when you've got a
100%.
jet that can only super cruise. I mean,
I would probably come back Winchester and the balloon would still be flying. Let's be honest, dude. Or it would go down my intakes and I'd torch an engine.
yeah.
Probably have to punch out and it would be a draw.
You missed every weapon you fired, but you hit it with the pedo boom and
Pretty
flamed out both
Pretty
engines
much, yeah. I had to
and
punch
got
out.
wrapped in it when you ejected.
Pretty
Good
much.
job.
Yeah. I don't know, dude.
Crazy Pete says, how many S's do you use when you spell ace?
I don't know.
Aces.
Aces. I don't know.
Tic Tac's got my back. I'm just glad no one confused me for a drone this time and tried throwing a Hellfire my way.
Just bounces right off. I mean,
Au contraire.
on contrary.
Yeah, but it's annoying to them. That's what they're saying. Panther, thanks, Panther.
Thanks, Panther.
Kevin says, yep, I did that one while we were in the heat of the battle. A Square says, tail rotor control link came loose. Blanco Lirio.
Copy.
Not a helicopter guy.
He's got deep intel, I'm sure.
He does have deep intel, but he's not a helicopter guy. Panther also says, Mover and Gonky, just for your info, the news reported the flight nurse died in the hospital from a helicopter crash the next day. So sad.
Yeah, I
Not
saw
that
was
different mishap, which we will talk about. here.
Oh, the Highway 51.
Yeah, the highway one is the one where the nurse died, not this one. No one, to my knowledge, to date, has passed away as a result of the Huntington Beach. Mark says a drone ace is not a Robin Olds ace. I'm with Gonky.
They're killed.
Look at his avatar, though, dude. He's retired. He can say whatever he wants. He's not going to get canceled like you.
I'm almost retired. I was almost retired. So close.
Hey, we didn't even get to talk about that. What happened?
Nothing to talk about. I'm back in.
You were all sob story last time, and now...
Yeah, I made it by the skin of my teeth.
Standard Gonky.
Standard.
The funny part about this is Wombat was not worried even a little bit.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I told him, I'm like, dude, government shut down. He's probably screwed. Gonky's out. He's like, nope. Always works out with Gonky. Like, never,
it
never doesn't work out.
So yeah, so special. So yeah,
What, Jamaica 5?
Oh no, I'm not that special. No,
He
dude.
probably will. No, he probably will. This board's gonna come out and it's gonna be like, oh, Lieutenant Colonel Gonky, here you go.
No, so I put in for retirement. They offered me to stay a couple more years. Talked to the wife. I was like, hey, let's stay a couple more years. Why not? So then I put in paperwork to pull my retirement, which they denied. but special, like I had to, my boss had to help me get these answers. Like, like weeks had transpired, right? And so literally like 2 weeks ago, he's like, yeah, sorry, they didn't approve your request to stay in. I'm like, oh, that's a bummer. And then I'm like, what can I do? He's like, you can resubmit the same app. I'm like, this will take forever, but I'll do it. So literally the same day I polish up my request and send it in. And then the government shuts down. I'm like, oh, I'm totally screwed. There's no way. Dude, 1 week later, they're like, boom, yep, you're good. I'm like, but you're defunded. Like, so wait.
That's when people get to work.
Yeah, it's like apparently if they're not funded, they stuff gets done. I don't know if they were just rubber stamping stuff as fast as possible.
That's exactly what was going
some
on.
like
one person came into
sergeant
the office instead of 30.
Yeah.
He just is like,
Yeah,
whatever. It's a casual lieutenant waiting for pilot training. It's like, I watch that show.
Yeah.
Approve.
Yeah, approve. No, but I'm very thankful. I mean, we joke about it, but I'm very thankful. My boss helped me out tremendously, so I called him, thanked him, and Mattingly, we've had him on the show before. He was a big help, so I'm just very thankful. I got another opportunity to do
that's awesome.
another year and a half.
For Gonky.
Now go shave.
I have to, yes.
No, he doesn't. He's not going to drill this weekend.
Is it this weekend? This coming weekend? Yeah, I've got
This is the last episode of this. At least until the next 4 months from now, 4 weeks.
I have Skybus training special slide. I have to. Yeah.
He's going to practice the DHL landings.
Where's that? Miami?
Orlando.
With Mickey. They actually use the rides for his training. He has to go ride Space Mountain.
That's funny.
That's all they can afford. Thomas says, someone get Mace on to talk to Gonky. She will beat your ass, dude.
I'm not denying the kills. I'm just talking about it in context. That's all.
Well, Joe would like you to know that, excuse me, speaking of Airwolf Patch, we were just talking about, excuse me if I'm being too literal, but an ace kills 5 aircraft, at least according to Google. A drone is an aircraft in the FAA's view. Do I agree with Gonky? But the FAA doesn't deal with military stuff.
I don't know. We'll have to wait 25 years. Our Top Gun going to call them, hey, we need somebody to come talk to the graduating class who's an ace. So will you come tell us about your drone kills? I don't see that happening, but that's just me.
Yeah. Texas Skywarn and storm chasing. I'm with Gonky. Email sucks. Drove a vet today.
Ooh, nice.
Very nice. Subi says, Mover, I love the T-38 ACM video you posted last week. Post more if you have some. You as well, Gonky.
Yeah. Mover, do you have more?
Yeah. Running low. I've got our Finney flight still. like the full one, not just the music video, but the actual.
There you go. Make a video of that one.
Oh my God, that'll be the last one. Carrier break. Can't wait. And then Crazy Pete says, "Congrats, less than Colonel Gonky."
Yes. Just a major.
All right. This pissed everybody off this week.
What?
Qatar.
Qatar.
F-15. Is it? What do you think? Special Qatar or Qatar? Qatar. Well, anyway, they're doing F-15 training in Mountain Home, and people are mad about it. The article states things to know about the Qatar training facility planned for an Idaho base. Scroll, please. What we expect is it to be squadron operations hangars for the F-15QA, because that's the Qatari version of the jet that they bought through foreign material or military sales. Air Force spokesperson Ann Stefanik said it's definitely still a U.S. Air Force base, but there was outrage at the concept. Go to the outrage, Doug. I want to read the outrage.
I'm looking for the outrage.
The outrage. Laura Loomer was super pissed.
Right.
See if you spot it, yell out. That's what
She was saying that there should be no.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Actually, they must have edited it, but anyway. All right, so there you get it. They're gonna they awarded the training to Mountain Home. They're gonna put the Qataris there, being trained, and the internet lit itself on fire because they're like, we shouldn't have foreigners taking over our Air Force bases and training in our bases. We need to have Americans. They're taking our jobs.
Is that like a little old lady who was outraged?
Just everybody was mad.
That's how
Grandma
Laura.
was outraged again.
That's how Laura actually sounds.
Oh, like there it goes. She called the plan an abomination. No foreign country should have a military base on U.S. soil, especially Islamic countries, she said in a social media post. And then that comes from the fact that a Saudi Air Force student at Naval Air Station Pensacola killed 3 U.S. service members. They found out there was a lot of stuff with some child porn, and then they also gifted the Air Force One. So, Gonky, you're the most experienced on these things. Explain it to us like we're children.
I think the hang up was, they're going to get Qatar to pay for some of the facilities in the buildings. Dude, listen, we've been training foreign military pilots, soldiers, sailors, airmen forever. Like I trained them like on US. So we had the Aussies here, right? We do exchange programs and everything. And if they are buying the Eagle, which is basically kind of like, which is their version of the EX, right? It's an amazing airplane. I mean, it's awesome that they're going to come here to the States to train to fly it. That actually opens up opportunities and jobs for people here in the States. And the fact that you're getting them to pay for their own facility here in the States, I mean, that's U.S. taxpayer doesn't have to bear that burden. I don't know how it is in the Air Force, but in the Navy, like when the Aussies came over, all the F-111 guys transitioned over. Like, I mean, they used all of our sims, the buildings, even the jets and stuff. So, the Navy had to absorb that. So this is nothing new. I mean, we've been doing this, it's joint training, really.
We live in a world of headline outrage because people saw the, Pete Heggs signs deal with, Qatar to train in the United States. And there's no like context, right? Tucson International B Course, they've been training various countries for a long time, still are. Luke has training for the F-35 for various countries. Fort Smith is soon going to be training, if they're not already, F-35 pilots. What's the Springfield, Ohio? They had an international B course component. Mountain Home, Seymour Johnson, anywhere where there's training, INJEPT, Euro NATO joint jet pilot training. Vance had it because it was joint specialized undergraduate pilot training. We had Italians, and we had I I had a fellow student in my class was from Portugal, flew T-38s with him. Great dude. Like, this is not new, but you're right. It brings jobs. It brings instructor jobs. It brings maintainer jobs. It brings all the infrastructure and support of that. And also the economy, because those dudes are loaded and they show up and they buy all the Ferraris and Corvettes and everything and drive them to base. So the local car dealerships are very, I don't know, special. What do you think,
not in
man?
Guitars, they'll buy the beer.
Yeah, they will have all the beer and all the alcohol.
No, just like you said, we've been doing this forever, and it's nothing new. It's just internet outrage, and I mean, it really helps because then we can train them in a way that if we ever have to go fly with them, they're more interoperable.
Yeah,
you know, and
well,
exactly.
And that was what was so cool when we talked to Scarf, right? German. It was like talking to an American fighter pilot. He was trained at Shepherd at Euro-NATO Joint Jet Pilot Training at INJEPT. And it's all, I mean, he takes that because they all go to American flight training. They all show up. And then when you get to interoperability, everybody's speaking the same language, except the Navy. But Air Force wise, everybody's speaking the same language. We all do the same things. We all call it the same things. We all listen to the Dos Gringos. We're all, shoot our watches and can't say head, box, container, any of that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, dude, when I switched over the Air Force and went to Randolph, there was they had Kuwaitis there going through the pilot instructor program. There's a Kenyan fighter pilot. I mean, dude.
Well, and I want to address, I thought you were going to do it, but I think you were probably the best to comment on it, is the Saudi that killed those people. I mean, dude, people kill and lose their shit and do stuff. It doesn't matter. Like, that's going to happen. Like, that's an unfortunate thing, and we should avoid it. But I don't think that you can blame the entire country.
Well,
that.
Yeah. So with, Malaysia is primarily a Muslim country. I mean, they are a Muslim country. And I grew up almost 2 decades in Saudi, a Muslim country. And, when I got to Malaysia, the two cultures were 180. And the guys there, I talked to them a little bit about, the difference. And they said, it's not the religion, it's the cultures that are very different. So, to whatever name was, Laura was like, oh, especially Islamic. I'm a Christian, right? But I think to isolate a specific religion like that, just blanket, is probably a little short-sighted. But it's important when you're dealing with military bases and stuff. You got to vet people, and obviously the people who did that. I was here in the area when that happened. Very sad, because I like where the shootout actually happened was pretty much where I started my OCS journey. I could walk right there to the quarterdeck, where it happened. So it's very sad. It's like here in my backyard, but those guys weren't vetted properly, in my opinion, and that's what you get. But you're right, Mover. I mean,
I mean, New Orleans has Kuwaiti Hornets.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Spartan says, what's that?
Do they have their own facilities?
I don't know what happened with them. I've never seen one fly or heard of, I don't even know if they actually ever did fly or anything. Whether it's Dennis in New Orleans.
So Special, I went to the base there and checked out their the facilities they were using. They didn't build any additional facility there in New Orleans. They were using an existing hangar and office space.
The existing dilapidated hangars.
Was it the old E2 where the E2s were? Where we did like the Growlers would come in debt?
Where we stole their bar?
I think so.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
For sure, if the Kuwaitis are using that, it's been remodeled. I'm sure it's been remodeled.
It's a Taj Mahal now.
The outside still looks the same.
It looks like an Air Force building on a Navy base.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, why are all the high-end cars in this parking lot? Who are these people?
Spartan says it's not that we are training foreign air forces, it's who we are training. Qatar at best is shady. Plus side is they have recently trained with the PLF. Well, you're going to have to take that up with who we're selling the airplanes to, because this is part of selling airplanes. And also, I want to talk to you about a little place called Al Udeid, where we spent a lot of time. I mean, I love them or hate them. You know, we are allies with them.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we have bases in other countries. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the ironic thing is
Right.
I hear people talking about,
right.
hey, why are we selling them F-15s? They're like, well, why are we letting them build a hangar to train them? Well, I mean, that's already already down the pipeline.
That's built into the cost.
If you're outraged, go back to the beginning of the decision to sell them something.
Right.
Yeah, or the 20-year war where we started our journey out of Al Udeid in Qatar.
Yeah.
And they searched your laptop for porn. I'm serious, dude. That was a
and
real
they
thing.
took it for themselves.
Yeah. They would, I heard of people like not making it past, they would get shipped back to wherever their intermediate stop was prior to that because
that's all you had to do to get out of deployment.
Dude,
No Marine will participate in this war. No Marine will participate in this war. We have identified a stop point for U.S. Marines. I guess it's just the Navy, Army, and Air Force. Cool.
Oh, yeah. Brian says, yeah, we freak out that Qatar is here, but don't think twice about all. I think I already said that one.
Yeah.
Brian, also other Brian, says the outrage was just because Sec War made it sound like they were going to get an actual base all their own when they made the announcement.
No, it's still going to have American security, like US
Mountain Home.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying.
Like they're going to be based at Mountain Home, which they will not own. Like you do have to always say, which they will not own. This will not be their base. They're renting.
Right.
There goes the neighborhood. Like what? Like what?
Yeah, buy expensive real estate around the base. You're gonna have some good tenants.
Don't worry about the cheap base housing. They will not be using it.
No.
They might have Airwolf fly in every day on their Bell 222 because they have to commute from wherever's nice.
Right.
Warhorse says could be a job possibility for Gonky. Just saying.
Yeah, dude. Flying that airplane would be amazing, but that ship is long sailed.
Pneumatic Elephant with a 787. Cool.
Hey.
Gentlemen, thank you for your great work. Fantastic show. Special accolades to Douglas for his silent service and yawning. You are all awesome.
Did I do it again? Because I realized I was unmuted when I didn't mean to be.
So boring.
Yeah. Oh, this show sucks. Guys, when are they going to get good?
Hey, it's late here.
We're on the same time zone, Douglas.
Good.
Garrett, also a Marine.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, guys? Glad a Marine is on. Special. Who are you with? I just visited 232. Also, do you know? Like, I love how everybody's asking him specific names. Like all the Marines know each other. It's like the cop, right? Like, hey, you know, Deputy so and so, and like, where does he live? Boise. Like, no.
Well, to answer Garrett's question, I flew F-18Ds in Beaufort in 332, which was the Moonlighters, which they were decommissioned. I don't know if they've come back yet as an F-35 squadron. Then I went up to 3rd Battalion, 2nd Marines, did a forward air controller tour, and then came back to Beaufort for another tour with VMFA 312, which was the checkerboards. Then I had the sex change to the Navy, got in the Navy Reserves. Then I was down in Key West at VFC 111, and then with these two Yahoos at VFA 204.
VFA 204.
B.
Strike Patron.
That's
I always love to call it the Strike Patron.
Oh yeah, Simon. I do not know Simon Duran. But if you have a call sign, maybe that would trigger it.
You are triggered. John says now someone has to use AI to do a photo of Gonky on Space Mountain with his helmet.
Thanks, John. For sure, it's coming.
Withy will do it as soon as he hears this
Oh,
podcast
yeah.
tomorrow
Oh yeah.
on the VOD.
Yeah.
Withy, if you're listening, get to work. You will have. Well, he won't be a drill, so we're gonna have to save it. Just give it to me. I'll take it. I'll take it. Hey, so Air Force needs to fly more. Kaki, you want to take this one?
Yeah. Flying hours, which build both skill and loyalty. So we've kind of talked about it before. And this article is written by General Merrill, right? He's a Vietnam era.
Merrill McPeak.
Yes. Vietnam era fighter pilot. And he talks about, this is a pretty crazy stat, but so from January 1959 until he left the Vietnam War in 1969, so 10 years, he flew 3,100 hours in the F-100 and F-104, averaging 24 hours a month. So that is double even what I got because 10 years is about your initial commitment. Special, how many hours did you get your first 10 years, like your initial commitment? Did you get right around 1,800, 1,500 in there?
I think I was just about there.
Yeah.
1,800.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's a lot of flying hours. And he even talks about, he wasn't in the cockpit the entire time, right? So he did a tour. He did some staff stuff. He did a tour with the Thunderbirds as well. But I guess in those days, they aim for 20 hours a month. And that's really not what guys and gals are getting today. So he talks about, using the simulator, trying to get doesn't replace real flight hours. He says here, I'm worried about today's Air Force for not flying enough. Maybe today's fighter jock is better than my generation and no longer needs 20 hours of actual flight every month. But don't think a single digit flying hours per month is the right answer for anybody. We used to ridicule our Soviet era opposition when they were flying about our present rate. Grapes waiting to be plucked. So even 20 years ago, when I really got, started flying the Hornet, that was also true. We made fun of the North Koreans and the Chinese and the Russians because they didn't fly as much as we did. But here we are, right? So yeah, mover, dude. I mean, what do you think?
I saw the name and I'm like, Merrill McPeak. So it's like a name you don't ever say because he's like universally hated from the 90s. Like his first thing was to change the uniforms, get rid of Strategic Air Command, all that stuff. And he was an advisor to Obama. But he's right in the sense that you need to fly more. Like I agree with him, so disregarding all the history and stuff, he's correct. Pilots, when I was flying, I remember I went to a school and they go to the briefing and everything. And they're like, yeah, Russia and North Korea or whatever, they average, 69 to 80 hours a year. And we were like, oh God, how do you even stay current like that? And then I talked to a friend of mine and they're like, yep, the minimum requirement for this aircraft is 1 sortie a month. I'm like,
it's a fighter. It's a fighter.
One.
Special.
And
one.
when we were at Strike Patron 204, the minimum was 100 hours. And I first showed up and I'm like, 100 hours, that's easy. And then we were getting waivers because we couldn't get 100 hours in a year because of airplanes and stuff like that. It's easy to get a whole bunch of hours in a short amount of time when you're at war. You're flying, average sortie duration is 5 to 6 hours and stuff like that. But at peacetime, it's like you talked about, Gonky. Do you want to have 1,000 1.0 beating up the pattern or 1,000 hours of actually doing good, decent training? And if you've got 1,000 hours of training, you've got quality training because, the military, we do a good job of simulating what we need to simulate and all that stuff. I think that we have gotten to a point where we burned ourselves out on a 20-year war. We burned down the assets, we burned down the people and the budgets. and we tried to do more with less until there was nothing left to give. And we got ourselves in a situation where we traded our soul for 5th gen. And as a result, you don't fly as much. Look at all the F-22 guys, that leave their first tour with like 500 hours. I mean, I had 1,000 hours in 4 years. And so that leads to aviators that then become senior and don't see it as important as we do because we were flying our butts off. I mean, I flew 27 sorties in 1 month. I mean, that's a lot of flying. They don't get those opportunities. And I think what makes you good is the repetitions and the muscle memory and stuff like that. So where it's all second nature. I don't know. I mean, I don't think sims can replace that. So, but you can't do that under the current construct because you don't have the budget and you don't have the aircraft to do it.
Special. What's your take on the low hours sims to replace flight hours? I
think it's terrible. And we went through this in the Marine Corps at one point where they were trying to push the whole let's fly less and do more with the simulation. And then the sim is great for switchology, the HOTAS, all that, getting your procedures down so when you're flying, you don't have to think about stuff. Everything just goes in a flow. But when you just cannot replicate actual flight hours because there's an amount of stress that you're mentally under and you're physically under when you're flying that is not replicated in a simulator.
Yeah.
So it's just a whole different level. So I think it seems like we've gone through this several times in the military, and there's never been a pilot that I've ever talked to or ever heard speak that said, oh yeah, you know what? The simulator is really giving me what I've gotten and I got the airplane. Just doesn't happen.
Yeah. I think back at my peak was probably when I was, going through level 3, right? Level 4, where I was flying, graded like real events very regularly, like I don't know how it is in the Air Force mover. It's probably the same, but I think Navy Marine Corps, like once the squadron identifies you as somebody who's going to get a qual, kind of the squadron supports that. At least that's how it was in the Navy. Me and like 3 guys were going through to get our section lead and instructor qual, and we flew quality missions like very regularly. And man, by the end of that, I don't know how 9-month periods, however long it took me to get through that, I felt really, really solid in the air. And most of it was flying in the airplane. It's just the seat time. And like modern, I think airplanes, and I saw this with the Super Hornet, right? The Super Hornet's so good, you don't have to be as good to execute the mission. But I don't think it matters because flight time in each airplane is just going to give you that experience operating that weapon system, no matter how good it is. And like Special said, there's things you just can't replicate in the sim. I mean, we don't like when you show up to the sim, you just hop in your flight suit, right? There's no helmet, no mask, right? It's temperature controlled in there because electronic stuff likes to be cold, right? Oh, it's a little chilly in here. I think I'll wear my jacket, right? So, and a lot of times the admin and tech admin and all that stuff is taken out. You just start, fights on and you're doing your thing. So there's a ton of stuff that's missed.
I mean, that's a great point about the admin and tech admin, because we've seen a tactical flight completely fall apart from the very beginning, where somebody can't get on the right radio at the right time. And it's like, oh my God.
Yeah, dude, it's literally the dominoes, right? And if the check-in is a complete abortion, it's like, dude, here we go, right? Because now you're spending brain cells and time trying to get everybody on board. The clock's ticking. You got to take off at this time because, dude, it's a
and Gonky, that's a great point. It's not just what happens when the check-in. What happens when one falls out, 3 you got the lead. You're not doing that in the sim. I mean,
that's 3's worst nightmare.
Nightmare, dude.
I mean, what happens when, hey, we're taking off late, something maintenance problem, something like that. I got to step to the spare.
Yeah.
Because that's all stuff that happens in combat.
Oh yeah.
But I agree with you, Special. We went and did the link sims, and we would do it for defensive counter air stuff, air to air stuff, long range stuff. And the switchology was great. How to work the radar, how to do all that stuff, because you get a bunch of reps, which you can't get when you do this as an LFE or a large force exercise or something like that. But it never was the same as the amount of effort that goes into one real flight, because you got the mission planning, the brief, the debrief. You debrief the sim, but you don't debrief the sim. It's not the same when you're not coming back sweaty.
Gonky, what sims has he been in?
We would when we would do the
Air Force is
air
hardcore.
stuff. Yeah, we would debrief the actual sets and stuff like that, because that was the whole reason we went up there. But for the real flight, it didn't matter. You came back, you're tired. You had just done something. Like there's no, your ears are still popping. Like there's no replicating the real aircraft. And I think the more seat time you get, the better off you are, because like you talked about, just getting home. Local area procedures, just keeping that. Eglin would try to run us out of gas every time we came home. That's real world experience of, hey, I got a monitor too, just in case, how about I'm going to go direct to downwind, because I don't think they're going to, give me initial like I need, because we're both going to flame out here if we don't land. Stuff like that. Sims aren't going to do it. Airmanship.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, man. He's right. We need, and I think the flight hours has been steadily going down over time. And there was probably around the same time, Special talked about the Marines embracing the sims more. But I remember when I went to the RAG as an IP, the Navy was like, okay, we're running out of money and AT FLIRs and stuff. So unless you were a squadron getting ready to go on deployment or were on deployment, you got the funding and the AT FLIRs and all the money for training. If you were a squadron that was not in that part of your rotation cycle, dude, those guys didn't fly. They just literally landing currency and that's it, which is no way to.
Dude, when I first joined the Navy, T-Bear would ask me, he goes, well, did you have an RWR? I'm like, why are you asking me that? It's because I guess in the 90s or whatever, the Navy, like if they were shore-based, the Navy jets wouldn't get the basic equipment. Like they're like, nah, you don't get an RWR because you're home. You need that in case the Gettysburg's around.
Yeah.
And you look down and there'd just be like a blackout channel. You'd be like, hey, wait a minute.
It's MEL.
I swear this was here last week.
Yeah. Who took my raw gear?
I had no idea. Like that was, Air Force, it's like everything is full up at all times. We're going to make this work. And you go to the Navy, it's like,
dude.
we took that and put it, 404 that's going down range later.
Yeah, dude. I when I was a new guy in the Navy, they were like, dude, if you want a calculator or a pencil, you better pack it. You just, that's the mentality. It's like you go just borrow everything that you need.
Midnight appropriations.
Yeah, man. Make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, moving on to their next topic. This hurts my heart. Doug, play the tape.
Oh, this is crazy. Have you seen the special?
I have not.
How about play it? Well,
okay, that's not real.
Check this out.
it looks like something from Alien. I think we figured out why the Army cut so many people.
Oh, yeah, dude.
100 kilometers in 16 hours? That doesn't seem fast. Can't you walk that? I don't do metric.
Wow, dude. The U-Hawk. Meaning it don't need you.
I didn't know Sikorsky was a Lockheed Martin corporation.
I think everything is a Lockheed Martin corporation.
It's got Brondo. It's what plants crave. Gentlemen, your thoughts?
It's wild, man. I mean, like you said, I think we have seen. I mean, we talked about it when Casmo was on, and you guys were, I don't know if you were in total agreement with me, but I'm like, I can see the unmanned thing coming. Like, I took a ride in a fully automated Tesla, and I'm just like, holy cow, they're not far. If they can replace me driving, they're not. It's just another couple steps to replace me.
That was
flying.
a pretty low bar, replacing you driving.
It's an even lower bar to replace me flying, but they've done it right with the Blackhawk. And now,
I mean, have they done it? I mean, or did they just make a computer program?
No, there was a video in one of these of them at a trade show with the clamshell doors opened and people were walking around. So
Has
at least
flown?
physically.
Did it fly in and fly out?
Doug,
Or
producer?
was it just a mock-up?
I'll have a look.
you're supposed to just hit the I believe button. I mean, yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Because they were talking about how fast. It was like 10 months or something
10 months to get
from
concept.
design, which is like, why can't y'all do this all the time?
Yeah, but dude, all they did, they just put some, Hobby Lobby servos in there where the dudes would be, and they just clamshelled the front
Is
of it.
that the technical explanation, Gonky? The
I was like,
Hobby
did he
Lobby,
just say Hobby Lobby?
Hobby
Or whatever.
Lobby servos.
The Radio Shack.
My wife's ears just perked up.
Yeah. Pottery Barn. They went
She's
to
like,
Bed
oh,
Bath
now
and
you guys are
Beyond.
getting interesting.
Are they talking about crafting on the river?
She's coming in.
No, but I mean, it just looks like it definitely looks slightly homemade. I mean, they just cut
Looks
the front
homemade.
off, and they're like, okay, let's just take a mold of the front of a Blackhawk, and we'll make these two doors and just put the
Yeah,
clamshell.
you know what it reminds me of is the documentary Firebirds, where they spray painted the Humvee windows and made him wear a panty on his head.
So they
like
spray.
that.
They
They spray paint the
They
windows.
spray
They're like, you don't need these
It took them
That's,
10 months to figure out the right
Yes.
spray paint.
to match, and the paint match the doors. It's horrifying, dude. I'll
It
tell you what, the
Terminator
age
stuff.
of we're old,
Oh yeah.
and I wonder, just from a practical perspective, right? It sounds great on paper, but what happens when stuff's going wrong? What happens when the code gets corrupted, or the EMP takes out your data link, or the comms aren't working? Like, it's one thing to lose like a Reaper or something that is not carrying anything all that important, but a couple Hellfires. But when you start loading troops into this thing,
Oof.
no skin in the game. It's just HAL, taking you wherever you need to go with no windows.
But Special knows when a Marine is told to go, he goes.
It's gonna go.
He's gonna go, dude. I mean, Radio Shack servos are people. Like, we're going, right?
I would not want to fly in the back of one of those.
Everybody would be throwing up, because it's just like being in the back of a C-130. You can't see anything. You're just sloshing around.
Well, I mean, the scary part was that thing flying in an area, then launching a whole bunch of drones, like, let alone like real
Yeah,
soldiers. I
and
mean,
that's smart. I mean, and that's what they talked about, and why they were downsizing the Army aviation side, and they were moving towards this. They wanted to be more agile and more reliant on drones. But Anduril is coming up with anti-drone technology. So,
but
it's just like the stealth thing, right? When we said we're going to put all our eggs in the stealth basket, and then the radars are like, yeah, we can see that still, because we got a radar that can see. Okay, well,
radar's
back to
better
the-
too.
yeah, now we're back to the merge. Okay, I'll see you at the merge. Now dogfights are back, because we just
no
jam each
gun?
other to the merge.
Right. Yeah, dude. But I mean, that Blackhawk, would it be? Is it a? I mean, is it
U-Hawk.
U-Hawk? Sorry. would it be? I mean, it's not really a drone, right? It's just
That's a drone.
Yeah,
It's unmanned aerial system.
that's scary, dude. I see stuff like that. I literally have the soundtrack of like Terminator.
I
going
mean, but
in my head.
Gonky, to your point about, hey, I'm impressed with the Tesla. I mean, I have a drone sitting right there, Skydio, and it is almost fully autonomous. Like I did some video footage. People were all impressed with it because I had the little beacon in my hand and it followed me around. And it would avoid obstacles and, pick the best way. And I could make it fly a route if I wanted to. That stuff's been around for a while, dude.
You go to the local motocross track on a weekend, and there are dudes racing around the track with their camera drone following them.
Oh, yeah.
Following them, dude. And there's,
there's
trees hanging, there's rocks flying, and the old drone's like zip, zip,
zip. If I tried to manually do it, I would run into my own truck. Like I would crash into myself trying to drive and do this thing. I mean, the technology's there. And as we know, all it takes is autopilot and a navigation source. And, auto hover's a thing. You look at the H-160, that thing will take off on its own, land on its own. Helicopters have been doing this for a while.
Yeah, in the future for defense, if Top Gun's going to recommend for defensive BFM, engage the autopilot.
Let it go. Let it go hands on.
Let go, dummy. Let Hal fly.
Well, I mean, dude, what was the first step when you departed control flight in the Hornet?
Let go.
Yeah, the computer knows. It knows better than you. Not like the F5, which is a relic. Special, can you still recite the 44 steps required to?
I cannot.
Dude, I remember when I was a RAG student and, we're all there in Key West and like, F5, departure, spin, go. And the guy, he just keeps going.
Like, is he possessed?
Goes on forever and ever. You have an out-of-body experience. Right? And you're like, am I still talking?
When you think he's over, he's like, and if inverted, and he just got, and I'm like, good Lord, dude, you're gonna hit the ground before you gotta start at 50,000 feet. So,
yeah. Well, is it like the T-38, 15,000 feet uncontrolled?
Oh, I can't remember. No, I think it was the same as the Hornet.
Oh wow.
10.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, I for one welcome our new AI overlords and thank you for your service, Lockheed Martin, as usual.
Yes. The human race. Thank you for your service.
Yeah.
Mover, all I could come up with was articles saying that they've been flying unmanned Blackhawks since 2022.
Whoa.
And this picture, which shows an unmanned
people out
before the paint.
Yeah, it's before they got the rattle can out.
I also found some really good DCS video of somebody faking it.
Okay, we'll skip that. Crazy Pete says, as an FE, I got 2,200 hours in 6 years. Over half that is combat hours, mostly in Iraq.
Yeah, I think heavy guys get more hours, right? Because every sortie is longer.
Yeah. Brian says, take any sim athlete and put them in the real world and watch them crash. It's all just fun and games till it becomes real. Okay. Question. What is a sim athlete?
Oh boy, Mover.
I sense some sarcasm in the
I'm just
OT.
asking the question. What
They're
these
real
two
people.
words do not seem to coexist in normal parlance.
I think that might have been Brian's point.
Yeah.
I'm just
You're
asking.
right.
Just trying to figure this out. I'm just trying to construct some narratives here.
He's right.
But thank you for your service, Brian. You're right.
Thank you.
T. Wolf Yeager says, could probably deliver more jets to provide more flying hours if we had parts to fix them and weren't relying on contractors gatekeeping proprietary technical data. We're sending them to China, where they will see. There's our mandatory China reference of them stealing tech.
Yeah,
1 million views right there.
1 million.
Dogfight Man says. Jason would like to know, Mover said Seymour Johnson and not one giggle.
Well, I did.
Perfect.
Man. Used to be on the back.
That's
of a
where
t-shirt.
it's the home of the world's greatest passenger jet, Strike Eagle.
Yes, that too.
Dylan says, "Wow, it looks almost exactly like the Super X2 from the '90s Godzilla movie." Godzilla. Nerd alert.
Yeah.
Maybe Dylan is a sim athlete. I don't know. John says, "Gonky, tell me you're married without telling me you're married."
Yeah. Happily, John.
Nate, well, yeah, she got a trophy apparently.
That's what I tell her. Doesn't mean it's true. It's not there.
Nate, any ideas why it has to be Blackhawk shaped? Why couldn't it be a unique UAS helicopter shape? Reusability of parts, maybe? The Drone Ranger is winning because they're going to convert the old ones into that. All you need to husk. All you need to do is go to Hobby Lobby.
It would be 31 years of planning, $100 million for a clean sheet. Yeah.
Nah, dude, they should have gone and gotten that RAH 66 Comanche looking thing and been like, we're going to revive this thing.
You never know.
Yeah. Plus, the assembly line's already existing. They're still building it. It's like a whole thing.
Yeah.
Science.
Science.
Renee says, I'll be back. I agree. Gonky, machine versus machine. Gonky is the love machine.
Terrible.
Larby says, now Mover is bullying the sim athletes.
He
I
just
just
asked
wanna
the
know-
question.
I just want to know what they are. Like, what do they have to run a 2-mile PT test? Like, is that part of their?
Listen, I tell you what, man, when I come out of the sim here in about 2 weeks after my check in the airplane, I'm going to be sweating. So it's sometimes it's an athletic event, especially if you're not very good.
Well, so we've had a couple, I guess, general aviation, corporate aviation mishaps on Sunday, I believe, yesterday. There was a King Air C-90 crash.
Oh, yeah.
2 killed after King Air crashes. We're not going to play the video because it's pretty graphic.
Yeah.
Although I did see it on local news this morning. But from what it appears, if you look at the FlightAware track, they were on or listen to the audio, they had called final. So they were on final to land at this untowered field, Hicks Airfield, and they ended up crashing into some parked semi-trailers, which luckily, they didn't hit any actual like vehicles or anything. But it did create a fire that spread to the commercial building. Fort Worth Fire Department showed up and put the fire out. But they thought it was different incidents, turned out to all be the same thing. And there's a video. Basically, the aircraft crashes near vertically and comes to rest and catches on fire. Not survivable. I see something like this. I wonder, VMC, the minimum controllable airspeed for a twin engine and losing an engine or just getting slow. Like, I wonder, departure for control flight, mechanical or pilot error, right? I mean, but obviously the NTSB will investigate. Gonky, what do you think, man?
Yeah, so if you watch the video, I mean, the final moments of that King Air and the pilots or the passengers, there's definitely a rotation going on. So like you said, Mover, some sort of something's causing a yaw moment, and that's in general aviation, that's maybe a mishandled engine out for whatever reason, or in an airplane like that, the old stall on final I think is less likely, but I mean it can happen.
Well, and they were on straight in, right?
That's
So, I mean, it wasn't like a final turn T-38 style deal,
Right.
I don't know. Special, what do you think, man?
I don't know. I didn't see the video, but seems like the only thing that makes sense is they were slow and maybe lost an engine, and they were too slow and for single engine flight.
Yeah,
because you power up single engine, and if you're too slow and you have enough rudder authority, that's what creates that yaw moment. But I didn't see the videos, but it's sad. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, there's no video. All the video is the impact. It's just a vertical impact into the building. It's not. There's nothing from what started at the chain of events or anything like that. But
Yeah, the fact they made a radio call, on final, so everything was suitcased relatively,
yeah,
to almost landing, really. So, in my mind, it's probably something catastrophic caught them off guard. It's very sad, though. I mean, because dude, now that video's it's pretty crazy.
You're watching the end as you're like, and you're helpless. Very, very stuff. And then today, was it today? A TBM 700 crashed in Massachusetts, Route 195. 2 people were killed, both sides of the highway. It went down on a grassy median. May have been attempting to land at the New Bedford Regional Airport, though it does not appear the pilot provided the airport with flight plan or number of souls aboard the aircraft. No information immediately available about the identity of the passengers, but that's where it ended up. And looks like the weather on that one was pretty bad.
TBM 700 is a single engine turbine, right?
Yeah. It's a old. I think that's what, I don't know if he flies the 700 or 900. Steve Okanivo, that's what he used to fly. So a lot of videos on that on the internet, but I mean, it's a bigger single engine, turbine aircraft.
Yeah, it's a fast airplane.
Yeah, it is fast. And I mean, like the King Air C90 and the TBM 700, I mean, they're not fighter jets, but these are like high performance airplanes.
Yeah, high end.
Like if you don't have some actual training like on what to do when things go sideways. And
well, they do. I mean, yeah.
I'm saying if you don't, things can go sideways in a hurry. So, because these are fast airplanes. All the C90 and the TBM, they cruise up into flight levels at high speed. So, I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's been a rough couple days. I mean, obviously these are both fatalities. So, this one and the C90. So,
right.
Very tragic.
More to follow.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. So these are kind of unverified reports, and we were just going to talk about it real quick. There's unverified reports of a A-29 Super Tucano in the border battle with Pakistan and Afghanistan. So they're currently at some level of conflict, and this was alleged.
I don't know, October 12th.
Yeah. It says it penetrated the Gonky 9 interception. Pakistan's JF-17 bombed the mountaintop. And the Lishi 6 hit the target with one shot. An aging A-29 aircraft suddenly crossed the border, evading Pakistani air defenses. And then the suicide squads crossed. I've got a video, Doug. Pull that down. This alleges that this is it, of them bombing, but obviously it's very hard to tell. Yeah, it's almost impossible to tell what that is. But I guess what we do know is that there is border clashes going on, and obviously we left a whole bunch of equipment in Afghanistan. And not only that, but we trained them on, I remember when I went up to Moody, the Afghan Air Force was training. Contractors were training A-29 pilots at Moody, and they were looking for contractors and stuff like that. That was kind of a big thing.
Yeah, I think I remember you're like, Gonky, you should apply for that job.
Yeah, that was one of the many.
Yeah, one of the many no's in my life, right? So, yeah, but you're right, man. I mean, they have some Western training. They definitely have some Western equipment. This is the first time I'm hearing of actual combat, allegedly.
Yeah, it's like the A-29 thing. I mean, that's the original source on X deleted it. This was a secondary. So whether that's still a thing, especially with this article, but I mean, the reality is there are border clashes that are happening. And, what Doug had was a Pakistani sourced article. So, I mean, we don't know what's going on. It's interesting now that we're seeing, you know, we fought the Taliban for 20 years and now they're fighting American equipment versus American equipment and Chinese equipment. And like, because Pakistan's got Vipers, Pakistan's got American stuff, Pakistan's got Chinese stuff, Afghanistan's got American stuff, they've got Russian stuff. I mean, it's a hodgepodge of.
It's kind of a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know, Special, what do you think, man?
I mean, can you imagine being the standardization officer?
Oh, dude.
God, all the paperwork and stuff. Oh my God, forget it. And then you got Afghans as your pilots. Oh my God. It's like, there's nothing safe about this. I hadn't heard any of that. I mean, I knew about the cross-border conflict going on, but I did not know that the Afghans were flying A-29s in it.
Allegedly. Yeah. They're overdue in their CBTs. If they're gonna have US equipment, they're gonna abide by US rules, which means they need the SARC training.
Yeah.
They need the don't leave your CAC in the computer training.
It's like, are you greened up? Oh, like I'm seeing some holes here.
Akhenaten, you can't go flying
That's
today.
right.
Yeah. I kill you.
Yeah.
Put down your shawarma and get on the computer.
Yeah. Oh man. And then another helicopter crash. This was earlier in the week. California, Highway 50. This was a medevac, so they had closed the road for them to land, and then
You mean for like an actual call?
yeah, I thought they were going to an actual medical call.
Oh, dude, look at that! Wow.
And honestly, I looked at that and I'm like, I have engine failure. I don't no idea. Because it doesn't look like they flared from an auto rotation. It just looks like it just fell.
Right.
And unfortunately, one of the flight nurses was killed during the mishap. But
There's some footage of bystanders, man, trying to help out. Right? They lifted that thing.
Cars and ran to lift it over.
Yeah, which is
Trying to ride it.
Yeah,
I
good
think
on
this
them.
is it right here.
Yeah, I mean, there's no fire, right? Which is
Well, they're trapped underneath.
right.
I don't.
What kind
They
of
didn't.
helicopter? Do you
It's
know?
a EC.
A7? Oh,
No, it's the.
European. The
It's you can't Google that because then the Huntington Beach one comes up.
Yeah, I mean, good on the bystanders, for trying to help. It's sad that the nurse didn't make it.
H-130, and the nurse's name. Yeah, she died. Susie Smith was one of the people.
Two pilots and a flight nurse. Is that how it is? Is that how they fly it?
No,
I
they
think
fly
it's
single
one
pilot. Yeah, single pilot and two in the back,
Oh, okay.
or one in the front that's a nurse and one in the back. Because they both work, but all those medevac are usually single pilot. The crash happened while Reach 5 medical air crew was heading back to Reading after dropping off a patient. Okay, so they weren't going to that. Also on board was a pilot and paramedic who remain in critical condition.
Wow.
The cause of the crash remains under investigation.
That's wild.
So it's
Yeah,
terrible.
Man. That is terrible.
But a lot of NTSB is going to be very busy.
Yeah. Like you said, man, it's curious to see what caused that one to come down, because it just looked like it just fell out of the sky.
Yeah, I mean, typically, you'd see something. I mean, of course, it's nighttime, so I mean, depth perception and all that stuff. But if there had been like an engine failure or anything like that, you'd see like a flare or something. It just looks like it goes,
Right.
which I don't know.
He's getting to the end of his drink.
I'm all right.
Time to wrap it up. My beer is gone.
Warhorse says, "Hey, I've seen the movie Stealth. I already know unmanned fighters are going to try to kill us all." Yeah,
Dude.
Jessica Biel.
Say no more.
I have nothing further. Brian says, "Nobody talks about brave men and their proud simulators."
Fact. That's right.
Unless it's Battlefield 6.
Yeah.
Just came out. Andrew says, "What's everyone's favorite picture thing in your background?"
I like it all. I like it all. It's all glorious. I don't have a favorite, man. Probably this one right above here. It's my parents, right?
That was nice of you.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks,
All right.
Mom, Dad.
Hey, Gonky, did you get to go see the Textron demo in Pensacola?
No, I didn't, but
Well, now
some
let's-
lucky reporter did.
40 of them in the Navy's fleet at bases around the country, of course, including NAS Pensacola. But over the last few years, at least, the jets have shown their age.
The T-45 has seen a number of technical and safety standouts. Now, the Navy Institute says the Navy is now actively looking for a replacement as the cost to keep that jet flying is costing taxpayers more and more money. One of the potential replacement candidates was flown into Pensacola last week. Our own Brent Carney, who absolutely loves to fly, was exclusively invited out to experience what our
Exclusively.
local
Gonky, why
naval
weren't we
officers could
exclusively
be
invited
flying
out? We could
in
tell
the
them what to
coming
do.
years.
I think we would be
Yes, you're exactly
uninvited.
right. I absolutely love to fly, and I just couldn't pass
would
this
call
opportunity
NCIS
up.
on
Now,
us?
the jet was here for about a week, and it was open to anyone who wanted to go and check it out. And I was actually given the
Lucky, you coulda
opportunity to not
gone.
only see what it was like on the ground, but they also offered me a chance to go for a ride in it. And of
What?
course,
I should have had my credentials with me.
This nerd, Gonky, you could have been. Look, it's got.
At an airport filled with
Pylons.
planes of all different shapes and sizes, Beechcraft's
cameras?
M346N really sticks out. And that's the point. The company that builds this plane, Textron Aviation Defense, is taking it on a national tour around the country,
North
hoping
America
to get as
World
many
Tour.
eyes on it as
Yeah.
possible. Their main target, the United States Navy.
It is a tremendous honor to work on a project like this. We've got a lot
Dude's
of different
got a
teams,
head
a
of
lot
hair.
of different people from
He's
multiple
a former,
companies working together to provide
guy.
the best trainer
Blue
for the
Angel?
U.S. Navy going forward.
No,
Steve
I don't
Helmer
know.
is one of the company's test pilots. He says the company is now in a fight to win what could be the company's
Doesn't
biggest
have the best
contract.
profile.
The
Looks like a
Navy's, put what they
Su-25.
call RFIs out, request for information.
That's
Hostile.
What's available. So we're showing them that we're here, we're ready to play.
The jet is facing some fierce competition.
nose.
5 companies have submitted
That does look
information
like a
about their
Su-25. Look
own
at that.
aircraft to the Navy, including Textron.
Same
have
wing and
folks at
everything.
the Navy seen this jet yet?
So yes and no. So we are certainly, we're here to show it to whomever's willing to come out and see the airplane. Now it's up to the Navy whether they want to come look at it or not.
The jet is multi-engined and capable of reaching just over Mach 1 and has the latest and greatest in
Supersonic?
technology. I was invited to see that demonstrated to me
C-45 go Mach
firsthand.
1?
After a safety briefing, I got suited
Not
up and
recommended.
walked out to the jet and climbed in. My pilot today was Giacomo
think so.
Iannelli from Milan,
Why is he wearing an
Italy.
Italian flight
He goes
suit?
by Jack for short. He's a test pilot for Leonardo, who's partnering with
Leonardo.
Textron in developing
Dude, it's
the
got a
aircraft.
HUD in the back, not a
I started
repeater.
the jet up and taxied out to the runway.
I fly runway heading, runway 8, full length, clear for takeoff.
Okay, ready? Yeah, let's go flying. 3, 2, 1, break release. Wow.
Clear for takeoff.
We are doing very good. Engines are
This
very
is
good.
great.
100,
Dude, Gonky, you could have sat back there and said, wow.
Here we go.
Said wow.
Yeah.
Let me know.
That landing gear is goofy.
Italia 625, contact Pensacola departure 120.65, arrivederci.
120.65.
Arrivederci.
There we go.
Grazie.
Wow.
We flew out
That's
towards
cool.
Mobile Bay. Jack was going to demonstrate the aircraft's onboard training simulator, a unique feature of the M346. Using the computer on board, he placed a fake enemy aircraft carrier in Mobile Bay. Our
What?
task was to drop a bomb on it.
Okay, bomb is good.
He could have
Yeah,
used the Alabama.
If an
Yeah,
Italian,
sitting right
it's
there.
fake though.
Oh,
It's
yeah, it's a big,
just made up.
was
It's a
actually
simulator.
Italian Navy.
Once we dropped our fake bomb, Jack put an enemy aircraft in the sky coming in to attack us.
What do
Let's
we
see what
got?
this guy is. Narrow. Okay, narrow is okay. Going to zoom in. Oh, wow.
Targeting pod needs to lose track. Otherwise, it's not realistic.
37, so it's a missile for sure. Okay. And we're going to try to kill him. All right. Okay, Fox 2.
Invalid.
Once we successfully defended Mobile from an enemy attack,
I think you're ready for
Continue.
flying, right?
Jack let me take control, which as a pilot was a dream come true.
All right, there we go. And full left.
I love how I had to throw in as a pilot.
Whoa.
After a few other maneuvers, it was time to fly home.
So what got you into flying? I'm
Cool,
the
man.
only one in
I
my
mean-
family. I started with modern airplanes.
I used to be a plumber, and then the princess was lost, and then I had to become a pilot to pay for the bills.
More than 100 airplanes. There we go.
Oh,
We landed
dude.
back at Pensacola, and while Jack may have sold me on the airplane, whether or not the U.S. Navy will like it is a question only time will tell. Now, the Navy is set to formally open everyone up to bid on the contract in December and make a formal decision sometime in
I wouldn't
2027.
say that-
In the studio, Brent Carney, WEAR News.
Military.
The thing spells ear.
Yes, right.
Where? Gonky, as the resident seaman, your thoughts?
I think it's a cool airplane. I had no idea it was here in Pensacola until I actually saw that.
No
dude.
one call- That's because you don't watch the news. They probably put it out there.
They probably tried to call. Oh, how was that missed call?
Yeah.
Madam
Probably like, we will have this aircraft at the Pensacola, and then Gonky or anyone that wants to watch, you'll come out and ruin it for us.
No, I think it's a cool airplane. I really do. I like two engines. I think it does look like you're saying a C-25. But I don't know. Can it do FCLPs? I can't remember, right? Because that's the new requirement, right? It has to be able to.
I thought that was a requirement not to do that.
I think they went through, a brief phase where they're like, no, just to wave off in close, and then I think they changed it back. I don't know about that. I'm not completely sure about that, but I mean, dude, the airplane's cool. It's here. It's ready. It's got the Beechcraft name on it. You know, it's a partner airplane, but the only thing I don't like about it, I'm not a fan of those sideways canopies where you go through the canopy if you have to punch out. Like that's I'm not an engineer. I wish an engineer would explain to me, hey, let's build a canopy where we blast the pilots through it. We'll put this explosive crap up there that's supposed to shatter it before you go through it, but just in case, we'll put a little knife on your seat. So
I'll answer that because it's been explained to me because I bitch every time we talk about this. And so there was an explanation for at least Fat Amy. And part of it is because it's easier for maintenance to get the seat in and out to have the canopy. Because if you don't, the canopy has to hinge normally, right? And the wind stream picks it up and it flies off. So doing it this way or going to the side makes it easier for maintenance to get in and out.
I heard for the F-35 is because of the lifting fan for the B model.
Listen, I'm just doing what the commenters tell me, dude. I'm sure somebody on there is an expert at something.
Special, as a resident Marine who ruined the F-35, is it true?
Yeah.
Is it true? Is it because of the lifting fan?
I don't know. I even worked on the F-35 for a year, but I don't remember what the rationale for the canopy was.
Yeah.
What do you think about this Textron thing and our Italian friends at the Leonardo special?
No, I think it's a cool airplane. The canopy bothers me not so much because of what Gonky is worried about, but you cannot look cool while you're taxiing and your canopy is sitting to the side.
That's true.
I don't think you can taxi with it like that. Yeah.
No, you can't. So you can't taxi with your canopy open. It's no good.
Yeah, I agree. As a superficial fighter pilot, dude, you can't. Yeah.
I just don't want to look like a frog foot.
It's cool that it has two engines, though.
I like two.
That's a plus.
Yeah, I know it's more expensive, but
the throttle looked like a Viper throttle. It looked like it only like a single engine thing. It's weird.
I don't know. I mean,
Is it
I
really
like
2
fly.
inches?
yeah, it's 2 inches. I'd fly too. I read one of the articles saying, I mean, in addition to trainers, it's capable enough to do some of the aggressor work too. I mean, it's supersonic. I didn't realize it was supersonic, but I guess it's supersonic.
Yeah, that was surprising to me too.
Yeah. Yeah. No, dude, the Goshawk was like 0.9.
And the HUD in the back.
Yeah.
It's got a HUD, or like a real HUD in the back.
Yeah.
And it says it's aggressor and companion trainer capable. So they could use it to build flight time, dude. There you go. Solving all kind of problems.
Yeah.
Fly-by-wire flight controls.
Who knows what the Navy's going to pick, man? I mean, probably should have chose something like 10 years ago, but I mean, we'll just
It would be cool to see somebody other than Boeing or Lockheed Martin get a contract.
And Special, he loves life.
I love America.
He loves
life.
America.
He is not suicidal at
Not
all.
suicidal at all. He actually loves Boeing. We all love Boeing.
He says if it ain't Boeing, he ain't going.
Ain't going. That's right. He's got the shirt to prove it too. So
yeah. Here are the specs before we end up in jail.
Yeah.
590 knots, true. Max low speed. 1.1.
Hey,
that's getting into Hornet territory right there, boys. 45,000 feet. 2 times 6280 pounds of thrusties. 8 G's. Gonky's G-lock and just looking at it.
Yeah.
12 and a half degrees a second sustained, which is terrible. Can go 1,000 miles for some reason. And then, 2 interchangeable with FADEC.
What does it weigh? Does it say?
Let's see if that's on this one. They don't want you to know that. It's fat.
I was gonna say, man, because I mean that's over twice the power of the T-45. I wonder how much it weighs. It's probably fun. It is. I mean, watching the video, you can see the leading edge, doing its thing. It's got a smart wing, I'm sure.
But it's ready now.
Right. It is.
Dude,
ready.
look at that screen.
Yeah, but dude, then look at the cockpit to the left. Like, which one is it?
Whichever one you pay for, Gonky.
Right. I mean, are we getting the steam gauge model on the left, or
the Navy will get one?
Oh, the Navy.
The Navy, it'll just show up with a stick and throttles. That's it. Oh, you wanted instruments.
You want a HUD back there? Ooh.
Right.
It's got auto GCAS.
It's a cool little jet, man. The only thing I don't like is the canopy. I think the canopy's.
That's a frog foot, dude. Right there.
Yeah, you could definitely. Yes. Don't be zooming around down low in bad guy territory.
Yeah,
on an LFE.
Yeah,
you might get smoked by your buddy.
Yeah. You know what? Send it.
Cool jet. Yeah, they got to choose soon. We're gonna know allegedly sooner or later.
I thought the FAXX was going to come out last week, but
that too. That's supposed to come out soon too. But I mean, the government shut down, man. So maybe.
All right. Well, back to the comments. Emerald Cactus says, Mover and Gonky look like they're on opposite sides of the same room.
Yeah, Mover and my wife like the same color paint for the walls, I guess.
So,
yeah, it's like what?
Wrong side, Gonky.
Weird.
MJ says, how much money will it take for Mover to show up next week in a Mario hat and mustache?
Oh, dang. For $50, dude, get it.
The mustache would be legal for drill weekend, but
oh, that's right. To get a fake one.
You just need to do that on a gaming stream.
AC-130s are now deployed to the Venezuelan theater, AOR, and they bring in the Hellfires with them. So not only do you get the big ass guns, but you're going to get the 114 choppy choppies. Audio is not really additive.
Look at that.
I mean, I guess it could be if you want to know what it sounds like, but yeah. So things are getting real with the AC-130J down there.
Yeah.
I can't think of a better airplane to go after drug boats.
Special, when you did your FAC tour, did you Did you ever have AC 130s?
No, we had them operate where I was, but they were with another unit on a whole nother level that were doing things.
Right. Yeah, I was in Afghanistan supporting some ground troops, and the AC 130 checked in, and they just stopped talking to us, man. So we got to sit up there and watch. You don't want to be on the receiving end of a.
Yeah, that's
of a
what we did. We just sat on the top of the building.
Yeah.
Just let them. It was incredible.
Yeah, it's
incredible.
Flat incredible, exactly, man. I mean, you don't want that thing coming after you if you're like running drugs in a boat. You might as well just shut her off and just start swimming for the bottom.
And it can orbit forever.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So they're gonna let them fly in the day in the theater?
I'm sorry.
Well, because you never see them flying during the day.
I
mean, you do in this picture, but in any theater we've ever been in, they never fly during the day.
Yeah, it was nighttime when I was in Afghanistan.
Down in Venezuela, there's.
Well, let's pray for peace.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I could see the AC 130s being like an epic, smuggling type deterrent vehicle.
I was going to say, finish that sentence, Gonky, because right now you're advocating for drug smuggling here with an AC 130.
No,
come on, boys, we'll do it ourselves.
No, yeah. Load it up. This thing also is a cargo plane.
Yeah, bring it on if they want to come mess with us.
Multi-role
missiles. Yeah.
No, I'm just, I mean, dude, carries lots of guns, has lots of gas, has lots of sensors. It can loiter, can track stuff. I mean,
yeah. Good luck.
Good luck. Yeah, right.
Good luck. I'd probably find a new profession.
Uh-huh.
All right. Laura B says, please shave the beard, but keep the stash. Would be so badass. Like Rooster, only better. I'd be on a list. I'd end up on a list.
Yeah.
Although Halloween's coming up, and if you're on the list, they put a sign in your yard that says no trick-or-treating by order of the sheriff.
No, you just leave your light off?
It doesn't say why.
Huh? Oh. All right. I mean, special in your neighborhood, if you don't participate, you just leave your light off, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody participates, so I don't know.
I know.
None of us have that sign.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have that sign, no. My kids forced me into participating.
What are you going to be for Halloween, Gonky?
I'm gonna be dad who sits next to the candy and hands it out as the kids roll up. And
what's
then
your dog gonna be?
I don't know. He had a couple of different ideas on what he wanted to be. But last year, what we did is we walked around and dude, his
handhandled
his little bag of candy. I mean, it'd fill up immediately. So I was running back to the house to like empty it and come. I mean, it was yo-yo ops. I was the one going back and forth.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Good times as dad.
Yeah.
D whatever. Brockenbrow. Something. First time super chat. I know I've never been able to pronounce this. Just wanted to say, hey, and happy 250 Navy. Love the show. Thanks. Thank you. I'm sorry about my butchering of your last name. I know the feeling. Did you ever mess up your last name, Gonky?
Oh yeah, all the time, dude. All people, like other people have. Dude, when the worst was I was in Arizona. I was at a place getting a haircut. I was in high school, and this lady comes up and she says my name as my last name is. Well, actually, I can't say it, but she's hard. And like all my friends are looking around, and I'm like, I've got crappy
were
writing.
you in a massage parlor? What was this?
Let's get my haircut, man.
With like, did they also do massages?
No, dude, no. This was not connected to massage parlor at all. I was just getting my haircut, and I wrote my name on a list, and the lady was like, she said it, and then was like, "Is that really your name?" I'm like, "You mispronounced it." because that's not what I wrote. But yeah, happens all the time.
Cool. Special. I don't think you worry about these things.
No, he's special, dude.
No. Hey, you know what? Fun fact. Gonky, I just flew with a guy who had recently met you.
Really?
I don't remember his name nor the circumstances how you guys met.
Wait, was it the massage parlor part that triggered your memory? It's like, oh,
Gonky moonlights.
Moonlight is a masseuse. Yeah. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, I think he was a friend of a friend or something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Perfect.
All right. Well, we're done. We got this. Nate says, I'm sure it's been asked, but I haven't seen it. So here goes. Mover, your favorite branch. If you had to choose, probably the guard. I'm just hoping it's better.
Yeah.
Coast Guard, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. What are
Gonky, what's your favorite?
It depends, man. Like as a young man, as a young guy not married, I really enjoyed my time in the Navy. However, as a married guy with kids, there's no way I would be active duty Navy right now. And I the Air Force Reserve and probably the Guard would be better. So I'm gonna go with mover. Probably
we just hope.
We would just hope. Yeah,
we're just hoping at this point.
The reserve, Air Force Reserve, has been pretty good for my phase of life. Well, I do. Listen, I've had my trials and tribulations too. I just go about it a little bit differently.
What are you trying to say?
I'm nothing. I mean, we've arrived at the same spot, regardless. Right?
True. I'm going to beat you out the door.
And me just smiling my way along, and here we are at the exact same spot. So. Yeah.
Special. Do you have a favorite, Marines or Navy?
I would say the Marines, definitely. But then as a old Navy guy, the Navy Reserves.
Did you have to run a 3-mile PT test in the Marines?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, of course. Twice a year.
Yeah.
My hero.
Dude, it was always in flight school. It was always great doing the mass PT test because like we would turn around at Navy guys and the Marines would just keep running. It's like see you boys.
Make better life choices.
The small silky green shorts just made the 3 miles a lot easier.
It's aerodynamic.
It wasn't as hard as it looks.
That's what Gonky told that lady who got his name wrong.
Oh, dude, that's funny.
Wicked Spider Black says most places truck and treat, no kids walk around. If you show up to my house in a truck, we are going to do a traffic stop right in front of my house. Like, absolutely not.
Oh, that's funny.
Nope. We're going to talk about that. Warhorse says Gonky's wife must be listening in another room or in the house and going, what the hell is going on there? Massage parlors?
Nah, she knows.
She knows about the massage parlors?
No, she's my wife's like, you're lame. Like, nothing about you is exciting right now. I'm like, I know.
You got a motorcycle?
Yeah.
Kind of a beard?
Yeah. I've normalized her, man.
I mean,
yeah.
All right. Well, you want to do something for mental health? Don't kill yourself.
I mean, we
haven't done a mental health minute in
a while. Yeah. What was the one suggestion?
About coping with the lack of demo teams in the Air Force. I don't think that's a thing.
Nah.
Go watch the Thunderbird documentary on Netflix. You'll be fine. Actually, go watch Mover Ruins Movies with Mace of the Thunderbirds documentary on Netflix. You'll be fine.
There you go. Yeah. No, man, I got nothing. Special thanks for coming on, dude. I know it's been a couple weeks. We've been trying to coordinate this.
Yep. Sorry, I was out of the country.
Busy man.
10 days. I don't understand that. Did you work any more the rest of the month, or was that it?
Was
that your entire month?
I did one RFO trip down to Argentina. What do you guys call the third man?
Third
All
man,
right.
FB.
Yeah, FB. I FB down there. And then jumped on American and came back.
Nice.
I looked for you, Mover. I didn't see.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And now
You see
I
his
know.
beard? I don't know
Now I know.
anything at all.
Kidney stones.
You can look anywhere you want.
Sidelined.
You can look on Delta. You can look on United. You can look on Allegiant.
Mover's
Spirit.
He's a wingless bird.
Spirit.
Spirit. He's a wingless bird.
Yeah, you can look at any airline you want. You will not find the Mover.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we did a show, and that's the end of it.
Yeah. Next week, I may or may not make it. I'll be in training. What? I'll be in training, dude.
This is news to me. Do we have a replacement, or did we just?
We talked about this.
Did we?
Yes. I said,
Who's
listen, I'll have hotel internet. You know, so I'll be running hotel ops. Which then I thought I was like, man, maybe I'll take my Starlink, but I'm like, no, the subscription runs
hotel.
out. Yeah. How do I do it? I hold out the window.
Your truck, and we have until the battery of the laptop dies.
No, dude.
Special. What you doing next Monday?
Dude, I'm going to be in Scotland next Monday, or I would be glad to help you out. But
be the wingman.
Don't lie to us. I see it on your face. You're like, God, why did I do this?
We'll get somebody, dude. It's not easy to fill my shoes. Let's be honest.
I know.
Well, we're taking applications. If you'd like to
play Gonky for a day, just email Gonky.
No, this one. The Mover and Gonky Show at gmail.com.
It's funny.
Please send us your applications with a headshot. Got to be pretty to take Gonky's spot.
Oh boy.
Pretty.
The complaint emails will be overwhelming if we don't have somebody pretty.
I'm going to forward them to Mover.
It might just be me by myself tap dancing for 2 hours.
No, dude, we'll get somebody.
You'll never be by yourself, Mover.
Never.
Oh, that's right. You're here. You're like the voice of God.
Oh, yeah. Doug, are you still there?
Yeah. Hey, Doug, say something for mental health before we go.
I can't do that on that kind of notice. I need like three
it's
days.
Your whole job.
Come on.
Right.
Your life.
This isn't Wombat we're talking about here, dude.
I have to have notes.
You know what we're going to do, dude? I'm going to sit there and just read rap lyrics for 2 hours. Just
probably our best show ever.
Yeah, that's going to be, I'm just going to sit there, get by the fire, get a pipe.
Yeah. Highest quality show.
Yeah. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.
See ya.